You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit in current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We're a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you, and then remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And of course, we're celebrating today. Now, today's got a good one. I'm really excited. A lot of days have good ones, but I'm really excited about today's celebration because it is National Drink Wine Day. Yeah, we like National Drink. Of course, isn't every day National Drink Wine Day? I think so. Enough. What kind of wine is your favorite? Josh, we didn't even put this in there. Question of the day. What's your favorite wine? And don't give me a brand. Just give me varietals. Like, tell me Zinfandel, which is mine. Not white Zinfandel. That's not a Zinfandel. That's white Zinfandel. And actually, the history of it is it was just made by mistake. It was actually a white wine, and they left the peel in there, the casing in there too long. Came out pink, and all of a sudden, you've got one of the best-selling wines in the world. What is your favorite wine? Cab or Zinfandel, Merlot, Pinot Grigio, Cabernet, Chablis, Moscato. Do they really call Moscato wine? I don't know. It's not in my world. It's probably not something that I would. But Merlots and Zinfandels, although a good Austin Hope Cab can never go wrong there. Let's see what else are we celebrating today. Maybe it'll go with the wine. I'm not good at pairing wines or anything along those lines. Today's National Crab Stuffed Flounder Day as well. I wonder if they're using real crab or the imitation crab. In this day and age, it's probably imitation crab because the real crab, you don't find that very often. Not a little expensive out there. National Crab Day. Pluto Day. I don't think they did Pluto Day because of Disney, though. I think they're talking about the planet. Okay, that's we're not going to go there too far. What else is going on here? John Travolta's birthday, Vanna White's birthday. I wonder how old Vanna White is. She's got to be sick. I mean, Vanna White's been doing the Wheel of Fortune for 100 years, 1957. So she's getting into Social Security age. Still looks pretty good, though, for 1957. Okay. Let's see what the markets are doing before I get myself in too much trouble today. Let's see where we're at. We've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average. I wonder what happened since I walked into the office today because it wasn't nearly as weak when I came in, but now it's down 86 points. The S&P 500 is up 2. NASDAQ down 21. Oil's up 91 cents a barrel. Okay, let's take a look and keep on going. We'll look at the 10-year Treasury, up 5.5 basis points to 4.534. Being driven a lot by Japan. Wow, Japan. Look at what's going on in Japan. They got a 1.43 on their 10-year bond. been negative for years and years and years. So we'll see. We'll have to look and see what's going on there. You're going to have to do with a lot of defense spending is what's scaring the markets. And being that it is the first day after a holiday weekend, maybe we will want to check and see what we're doing with gas prices. 316 is the national average. 485 is the cost of a gallon of gasoline here in the formerly Golden State. 485 a gallon. It's enough to drive you crazy, but we like to waste money along those things. Okay. John, what is this? What is stop? I don't know. Stop drinking wine? What are we talking about here? We'll have to check it out. Okay, let's move right along. Hey, you know, I was watching, I started talking to Josh before we went live this morning. President's Day. Now, let's think about this. President's Day. Now, when we were kids, we used to enjoy the idea. It was kind of odd because you had the shortest month of the year, obviously, is February. And we used to get 2 holidays in the month of February. We used to get Lincoln's birthday, and we used to get Washington's birthday. So now we're looking at it, and they decided, okay, over some time ago, that we're going to go with, we've got the two separate, we're going to marry that all together. So Lincoln's birthday, I think it's like the 14th of February. And we've got Washington's birthday is the 22nd. We used to get both of those days off. And now we mush it all into one. And okay, but the thing is, why did they do that? Well, they decided that instead of figuring out or letting people remember, I'm sorry, Lincoln's birthday was the 12th of February, not the 14th. Washington's birthday is the 22nd. And they decided, okay, well, we're going to make it on Mondays. So, okay, we got them on Mondays. And then we've got, okay, now we got President's Day. Now, it's President's Day when they married the Lincoln's birthday and Washington's birthday. Is it just presidents as many, many presidents? That would be ENTS. Is it Washington's, which it would be apostrophe S, or the ownership of presidents and all of them, that would be S apostrophe. Does anybody care? No, we got a day off. That's all that matters. So yesterday was a day off for many, you know, we were working. We didn't do a broadcast. The markets are closed, federal holiday. So we didn't have the reporting on the markets. And then there's, just watch what's going on as far as spending. Now, I did share on social media this morning, and it just baffles me watching some of the things that are coming out on social media. It's a little crazy right now because Elon Musk is out there, and you got a lot of folks are upset with Musk because of what he's uncovering, and they don't want him to have access. Now, millions and millions and millions of people gave Elon Musk access to lots of their personal information when he was the owner of PayPal. How many people gave him their information then? Now, being that he's running algorithms, do you think he's really going through and looking to find out that there are 3,542,044 people that are the age of 140 years old to age 149 years old and getting paid Social Security? Do you think they went and counted every one of them, or do you think they just ran a computer program that goes and looks at, okay, what's the birth date of everybody getting Social Security? What would that make them in years today? Add up each decade, and there you go. We've got about 18 million people that are over 120 years old. 18 million. Now, if you look and you say, okay, of those 18 million, and let's just say the average person gets a Social Security check of $1,500. Do some quick math. Now, most of our calculators won't do that math. I had to go into Excel to figure it out. I have no life, so I did it anyway. That comes out to $18 billion a month is what we're spending for Social Security for people that are over 120 years old. $18 million a month for over $18 billion a month. Wonder what we could do with $18 billion a month. My wife could figure a way to spend it. That's a whole different story. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, are you asking yourself these questions about selling your house, raising healthy kids, smart strategies to boost your retirement spending, and more? Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at RonIsMyLender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. RonIsMyLender.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you a military veteran, first responder, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, then you're a Ron Siegel VIP hero and you may qualify for rewards up to $5,000 to $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with a Ron Siegel Radio partner. As a valued VIP hero, you receive special savings, rebates, and valuable discounts. Learn more by calling me, Ron Siegel, at 1-800-306-1990 or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. It's just our way of saying thank you.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial when you're ready for that next home loan. Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And every day at this time, OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated with actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. They don't tell us points paid, points received, or the APR. They tell us the number you put in your mortgage calculator to figure out what your monthly principal and interest payment will be. If you don't have a mortgage calculator, you should. Just go to rsrlinks.com/mobile app, rsrlinks.com/mobile app. Get your mortgage calculator for free. Let's see what rates did on Friday. Markets were closed yesterday. Conventional 30-year fixed down 6.875. Jumbo 30-year fixed 6.899. That was down. FHA 30-year fixed 6.57. That was up. VA 30-year fixed 6.405. That was down. And the USDA 30-year fixed 6.609. That one was up. If you want our thoughts about the market each and every business day morning, as early as the data allows, you can go to rsrlinks.com/market minute. rsrlinks.com/market minute. You can get our thoughts on the market. Let's see what's going on in the markets right now as we are looking at the S&P 500 being up 1.67 right now. 10-year Treasury is up 6 basis points, 4.47. And the mortgage bond, that is down 10 basis points, which means interest rates are up ever so slightly, at 10 basis points according to the bond. What's driving the rates? Well, we'll take a look at that for you. A lot of it has to do with just there's not a lot of data coming out right now, but we did get Fed Governor Waller spoke yesterday and had a bit of a dovish tone. Waller said that he is not concerned about the January inflation data that was hotter than expected and explained that we often see hotter seasonal inflation data in the beginning of the year. He also said that he was not overly concerned with potential tariffs and it would be a one-time price increase, but it would not have a meaningful impact on inflation. Waller said that if inflation comes down further, the Fed will cut rates accordingly. Pressuring global yields higher is news out of Japan. The Bank of Japan said they may unexpectedly hike their central bank rate, which has sent their 10-year Treasury to the highest level since 2009. The spike in their yield is pressuring global bonds higher. Not a lot of data coming out this week. Not a lot going on in the markets. We're watching all of them for you. And we'll have to see what goes on. We're always waiting to see what the markets have to say, what they're doing. But how do you make business decisions based on that? Well, we're going to tell you. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. So we constantly hear about the idea of affordability in housing and the concept of where we are from an affordability standpoint. And something, I get it, because prices are up, interest is up. People are still waiting to see where the rates are going to go, what's going to happen with rates. So we start looking at them and we say, okay, what are we going to do? And how are we going to afford to buy a house if we need a house? Well, first thing, if you're thinking about buying a house, you have to go and get our 2 guides that we have available for you. Our annual buyer's guide, rsrlinks.com/HBG2025, rsrlinks.com/HBG2025. And then we've got our quarterly update, which is rsrlinks.com/HBG. But if we wanted to get to affordability, we wanted to get, and this comes from our friend Pat Billing, if we wanted to get our affordability levels of 2019, we'd either need a 2.2% mortgage rate, 70% pay raises, or 42% lower in prices. Don't think any of those are going to happen. But what can we do? Well, you go and you look and you say, okay, Ron's been teaching us for a long, long time about a few different tools out there. And one of them is the buy down. And you know that I'm a big, big proponent of understanding financing. And if you look at rsrlinks.com/buy down, rsrlinks.com/buy down, you'll be able to see some of the ways that we help families to buy down, to get lower interest rates, more affordability. So what we're watching here is, I looked at something and I think Josh just told us that we went and the 30-year conforming loan was 6.814. That was what rates locked at on Friday. So when you look at the buy down thought process here, one of the things you need to understand is the difference between a price reduction and an interest rate buy down. And I just had somebody recently looking in, they were considering a property, and the property was a acquisition at $550,000 what the list price was. And they said, okay, we're thinking of offering $525,000. And I said, let's take a look at those numbers first. Do you mind? And they said, okay, what do you have in mind? What are you thinking about? And I said, you know that I am a certified liability advisor, and I help families build wealth through strategic debt management. What would happen if instead of offering that $525,000, we offered the full $550,000? And then we said, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, would you give us a 5% credit and help us buy down or get a lower interest rate? That means we're going to get a lower payment. And we're able to take the interest rate all the way down. And I don't remember the exact number. It was right around, it was either high fives or maybe even a flat 6. I don't remember the exact number. But I'm not giving you the APRs. I'm just telling you the numbers based on, based for educational purposes. And that's what you're going to find if you go to rsrlinks.com/buydown. You're going to get the education here. And what happened was we were able to save them tens of thousands of dollars every year. I think it came out that we were going to save like $700 a month. Now, $700 a month is $8,400 a year. So we have a 3-year break even over that buy down. And they're planning on staying in this property long term and maybe even converting it into being a rental property after that. So let's think about some of these issues. The buy down program is amazingly beneficial because you're saving money. You save way more money, and it's usually about a 2.5 to 3 year break even point. Now, if you're planning on keeping your house for less than 2 years, well, the buy down might not be your best option. There may be other things that we can look at. But wait a second, we even looked at this for this family. They were having a challenge on getting approved. Now, we're finding this all over the place because there's so many places that come out there and they say that that you're not approved or you don't qualify. And I've been saying this since we started doing this radio show in 2010, that many, many lenders forget the last 2 words of that sentence when they say, sorry, you're not qualified. They forget to say, with us, because maybe somebody else can do it. And recently, we've done a second look for a couple of different families. One of them was a family that the builder could not get them qualified. This is in Arizona. We looked at it and said, what's the problem? You just have to switch to a different loan product. Now, if you're strictly looking at a conventional loan or an FHA loan, yeah, you're right. They don't qualify. They're business owners. They write off as much as is legally allowed. But we're looking at it a different way. There's other loan products that are out there on the market, and you just have to be able to look at outside the box. Same thing happened with this other family. They're business owners, and they've got a lot of debt that the company is paying for legally, but it's in their personal name. Well, when it's in their personal name, unless we can document it and show under certain guidelines that that's being paid by somebody else for the appropriate amount of time, we have to count it in their numbers. But it shouldn't be. So we switch loan products. It's not a problem. You just have to have somebody that understands multiple loan products. And having done radio since 2010 and helping the first family get a loan in 1983, not the president, but the first family we helped, 1983, we've got a pretty good idea on the various loan products out there. We talk to a lot of people every day because we're on radio every day. And you get all kinds of odd scenarios when that's happening. So you have to look and say, okay, how do we solve for this issue for this family? If you know somebody that's in this scenario, have them give us a call, or they can just go right to the mobile app, rsrlinks.com/mobile app, fill out an application. We'll set up a consultation, find out what the other lenders are telling you so we can try and see, are they right that you don't qualify, or is it that you don't qualify with them? You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, are you asking yourself these questions about selling your house? Smart strategies to boost your retirement spending and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 0186945.
Are you a military veteran, first responder, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, then you're a Ron Siegel VIP hero, and you may qualify for rewards up to $5,000 to $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with a Ron Siegel Radio partner. As a valued VIP hero, you receive special savings, rebates, and valuable discounts. Learn more by calling me, Ron Siegel, at 1-800-306-1990 or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. It's just our way of saying thank you.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at RonIsMyLender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. RonIsMyLender.com.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, This 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message. And I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. So let's take a look and see. We've got, what are we talking about today? Are you asking yourself these questions about selling your house? That's our story of the day. Let's see if I can see it, the report even. Some homeowners hesitate to sell because they've got unanswered questions that hold them back, but a lot of times their concerns are based on misconceptions, not facts. And if they just talk to an agent about it, they'd see these doubts aren't necessarily a hurdle at all. If uncertainty is keeping you from making a move, it's time to get some real answers, the ones you deserve. And to take the pressure off, you don't have to ask the questions because here's the data that answers them. Number one, is it even a good idea to move right now? If you own a home already, you may be tempted to wait because you don't want to sell and take on a higher mortgage rate on your next house. But your move may be a lot more feasible than you think, and that's because of how much your house has likely grown in value. Think about it. Do you know anyone in your neighborhood who sold their house recently? If so, did you hear what it sold for? With how much home values have gone up in recent years, the number may surprise you. According to Lawrence Yun, chief economist at the National Association of Realtors, NAR, the typical homeowner has gained $147,000 in housing wealth in the last 5 years alone. That's significant. And when you sell, that can give you what you need to fund your next move. Number two, will I be able to find a home I like? If this is on your mind, it's probably because you remember just how hard it was to find a home over the past few years. But in today's market, it isn't as challenging. Data from Realtor.com shows how much inventory has increased. It's up nearly 25% compared to this time last year. If you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 and FM 98.1 video feed, you are seeing a supply to the supply of homes for sale is growing, but still below more normal years. Even though inventory is still below more normal pre-pandemic levels, it's improved a lot in the past year. And the best part is, experts say it'll grow another 10 to 15% this year. That means you have more options for your move and the best chance in years to find a home you love. Number three, are buyers still buying? And last, if you're worried no one's buying with rates and prices where they are right now, here's some perspective that can help. While there weren't as many home sales last year as there'd be in a normal market, roughly 4.24 million homes still sold, not including new construction, according to the National Association of Realtors, NAR, and the expectation is that number will rise in 2025. But even if we only match how many homes sold last year, here's what that looks like. 4.24 million homes divided by 365 days in a year, 11,616 homes sell each and every day. That's 484 homes sell per hour and 8 homes sell every minute. While we're doing this story, there's been about 30 homes have sold. Think about that. Just in the time it took you to read this or hear this, homes are selling. Let this reassure you. The market is not at a standstill. Every day, thousands of people buy, and they're looking for homes like yours. Bottom line, when you're ready to walk through what's on your mind, I have the answers you need. And in the meantime, tell me, what's holding you back from making your move? Give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva. I'm sorry, that's the real-time real estate segment, brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. Hey, just remember, one of the things I share all the time, Why are you worried about the rate? It doesn't matter. Let's think about this. If you're going and buying a house, if you're selling your house now, and let's just say that you live in the city of Orange, and you sell your house and you've got a 3% mortgage, and you decide, what I really want to do is I want to move out into the Coachella Valley. It's warmer out there. I don't have as much congestion, whatever your reason is. And you have to get a 6 or a 7% mortgage, whatever that number is. Does it matter? Tell me how a 3% mortgage impacts your life versus a 7% mortgage. It does not affect your life. What affects your life is if you have a $3,000 a month mortgage payment now, and you can go out and buy a house that works for you, and you have a $2,500 a month payment afterward, you're $500 a month better off. Tell me, what's the difference in the interest rate? You cannot do anything with an interest rate. I get so frustrated by listening to people talk about interest rates as if you can do something with it. What is your payment? What is your strategy? Are you getting closer or further away from your goal? Is your goal to be debt-free? Well, I can tell you this. The highest interest rate loan that we have available at Geneva Financial will have you debt-free faster than any other loan if you follow the strategy, because it has a sweep account. And I'm not getting into all of that right now, but you can go and watch and get educated on it. rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Check it out. It'll give you an idea. Are you on the right track or are you on the wrong track? Just take a look at some of these things. And don't get caught up, because there are a lot of loan programs out there. I can tell you this. I don't know what you do for a living. If you're a plumber, if you're an electrician, if you're a glazier, if you're a welder, if you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, if you're an insurance, well, I can't go with insurance agents because I did get a license in that. But there's so many vocations. If you're an influencer, right? Any of those things. I have no clue about what you do. I am not the educated individual on that, because I don't spend a lot of time dealing with it. I don't get educated on it, especially if you're talking about being an influencer, because that's technology. And I am an expert in all sorts of technology. I asked Josh. Really, really simple. I have no problem with it at all. But it's not my forte. If you have questions about structuring home financing and liability management, that's what we study all day, every day. I have courses on it. I get educated. I mastermind several times a month, sometimes even several times a week. We mastermind on scenarios to take a look and see, how is it that we can help somebody? If you've got questions, give us a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Borrow Smart segment today being brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. I found this story. I found it interesting. I wanted to share it with you. Raising healthy kids, building a foundation for a lifetime of success. Ron Siegel Radio, your trusted source for financial and lifestyle advice. Today, we're talking about something near and dear to all of us, our children. We want the best for them, and that includes their health and well-being. As parents, we have a tremendous impact on our child's development. The habits and attitudes they form early on can shape their health and well-being for years to come. It starts early. Good eating, sleeping, and exercise habits should begin in childhood. This sets the foundation for a healthy lifestyle and helps avoid the struggle of breaking bad habits later. It's important to make healthy living a family affair. Children learn by watching us. So we need to be good role models. If they see us eating healthy foods, being active, and making time for rest and relaxation, they're more likely to adopt those habits themselves. One important tip is to plan for healthy meals and snacks. Our lives are busy, but try to stock your house with nutritious options. You can even cook meals ahead of time for the weekend if you're looking to improve your family's diet. Make gradual changes. the less the kids notice, the smoother the transition will be. Don't be afraid to get creative in the kitchen. Pair new foods with familiar favorites to encourage your child to try different things. It's a challenge, but it's crucial for kids to get active. And it doesn't have to be organized sports or gym memberships. Encourage active play, whether it's a spontaneous game of tag in the backyard or a family bike ride. Make it fun. Connect physical activity to positive experiences. Challenge your child to a push-up contest or offer to play goalie while they practice soccer kicks. The key is to make it enjoyable so they develop a love for movement. Healthy habits can have an impact, a significant impact on our financial well-being. For example, cooking at home more often can save money on restaurant expenses. By prioritizing our health, we can potentially reduce healthcare costs down the road. Investing our health in an investment in our financial future. And when we teach our children healthy habits, we're not just helping them physically, we're also setting them up for financial success. They'll be better equipped to manage their energy, focus, and overall well-being, which are all essential for achieving their goals. Raising healthy kids is about more than just their physical health. It's about their overall well-being and future success. It's about building a strong foundation for a lifetime of success in all the areas of their lives. And remember, as a certified liability advisor, I'm here to help families build wealth through strategic debt management. If you're looking for ways to improve your financial health and create a secure future for your children, please reach out. I'm here to help. That's all we have time for in this segment of the Borrow Smart segment, brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. When we come back, we will continue. We're going to talk about buying a home may shield you from inflation. I like that. Smart strategies to boost your retirement spending and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We will be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you a military veteran, first responder, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, then you're a Ron Siegel VIP hero and you may qualify for rewards up to $5,000 to $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with a Ron Siegel Radio partner. As a valued VIP hero, you receive special savings, rebates, and valuable discounts. Learn more by calling me, Ron Siegel, at 1-800-306-1990 or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. It's just our way of saying thank you.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Borrow Smart segment today being brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Retire comfortably. Smart strategies to boost your retirement spending. Well, today we're diving deep into a topic that's close to all of our hearts, retirement. Closer to some of us than others. We all dream of those golden years, but how can we ensure we have enough money to truly enjoy them? Well, I recently came across some fascinating research from Morningstar that sheds light on some powerful strategies to boost your retirement spending and live more comfortably. Let's break it down. Now, conventional wisdom tells us to save diligently and withdraw conservatively in retirement. But what if there's a way to actually spend more without sacrificing financial security? That's where the concept of guaranteed income comes in. Think of it as a reliable stream of income that you can count on no matter what the market does. This can come from various sources, such as Social Security or annuities. Morningstar analyzed different retirement income strategies, and their findings were quite eye-opening. They assumed a starting portfolio of $1 million and a $36,000 annual Social Security benefit at age 67. Here's what they discovered. The base case, withdrawing 3.7% of your portfolio annually, adjusted for inflation, plus Social Security, allows you to maintain a consistent standard of living with a high probability of success. But could you do even better? Absolutely. Delaying Social Security, this is where things get interesting. Delaying Social Security until age 70 leads to higher lifetime income, and even if it means slightly lower portfolio balances in the later years, it's like getting a bonus just for being patient. The bridge strategy. For those who want to delay Social Security but need income between ages 67 to 70, a bridge strategy can be the answer. This might involve using other income sources like a spouse's income or rental property, or making a larger portfolio withdrawals during those years. It requires a bit more planning, but the potential reward is significant. Annuities. While the article focuses mainly on Social Security, it also mentions annuities as another powerful tool for generating guaranteed income. Let's explore this topic further in a different episode. Right now, you might be wondering, why is guaranteed income so important? Well, it boils down to this. Peace of mind, knowing you have a reliable income stream, can significantly reduce financial anxiety and allow you to truly relax and enjoy your retirement. Spending power. Guaranteed income provides a solid foundation for your retirement, allowing you to spend more confidently without the constant fear of running out of money. This means more freedom to travel, pursue your passions, and spend quality time with loved ones. Legacy planning, while maximizing your own retirement enjoyment, is crucial. Many of us also want to leave a legacy for our children and grandchildren. Guaranteed income strategies can help you balance these goals by ensuring you have enough to live comfortably while still leaving something behind. So, how can you put these strategies into action? Here are a few simple steps. Number one, educate yourself. Learn more about Social Security, annuities, and other guaranteed income options. Knowledge is power. Plan ahead. Don't wait until retirement is around the corner. Start planning early to maximize your options and make informed decisions. Number three, seek professional advice. A financial advisor can help you access your individual needs and develop a personalized retirement plan that incorporates guaranteed income strategies. Remember, retirement should be a time of joy, relaxation, and fulfillment. By understanding and implementing these guaranteed income strategies, you can take control of your financial future and live the retirement of your dreams. And that's a wrap for this segment of the Borrow Smart, brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com. Remember, if you're looking for guidance on building a rock-solid retirement plan, don't hesitate to reach out to us as Certified Liability Advisors, CLA. We can help you navigate the complexities of retirement income, retirement planning, and ensure you have the income you need to live comfortably. I am passionate about helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Remember, your financial well-being is our top priority. Again, that is the Borrow Smart segment brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. We have time, real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com. Buying a home may help shield you from inflation. It feels like everything is getting more expensive these days. That's because inflation has remained higher than normal for longer than expected, and that's impacting the costs of goods and services more. And with rising costs all around you, you're probably questioning, is now really the right time to buy a home? Here's the good news. Owning a home is actually one of the best ways to protect yourself from the rising costs that come from inflation. A fixed mortgage protects you from rising housing costs. One of the key benefits of home ownership is that when you buy a home with a fixed rate mortgage, your biggest monthly expense, your mortgage payment, stabilizes. Sure, your payment could rise slightly as your homeowner's insurance and property taxes shift, but no matter what happens with inflation, your principal and interest payments won't change. That's not the case if you rent. Rent tends to rise over time, and it usually goes up even faster than the rate of inflation. Just look at data from the Bureau of Economic Analysis, BEA, and the Census Bureau. And if you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of the socials, or ABC News and Talk AM 1490, FM 98.1 video feed, you are seeing a chart of rent increases, usually outpacing inflation. And you can see the inflation rate is in blue, the small bars. The average rental price increase is red, the larger bars. So while renters face higher costs year after year, homeowners with a fixed mortgage rate lock in their monthly payments, making it easier to budget no matter what happens with inflation. Home prices typically rise faster than inflation. Another big reason home ownership is a great hedge against inflation is that home values tend to appreciate over time, often at a higher rate than inflation, according to data from the BEA and Fannie Mae. Again, another graph, home price appreciation usually outpacing inflation. Here, we've got the green is the average home price appreciation, with blue being the average inflation rate. And going back to the 1990s, I'm not seeing any time that the home price appreciation was less than the rate of inflation. Good news. That makes real estate one of the strongest long-term investments during times of rising prices. While inflation can chip away at the value of cash savings, real estate typically holds or grows in value, allowing you to build wealth. On the other hand, renting offers no protection against inflation. In fact, it does the opposite. When inflation drives up costs, landlords often pass those increases on to tenants through higher rents. That means as a renter, you're continually paying more without gaining any financial benefit. But as a homeowner, rising prices work in your favor by increasing the value of your home and growing your equity over time. And with experts forecasting continued home price growth, that means you're making an investment that usually grows in value and should outperform inflation in the years ahead. In short, a fixed rate mortgage protects your budget, and home price appreciation grows your net worth. That's why home ownership is a strong hedge against inflation. Remember, that fixed rate mortgage, it's fixed as long as you own it. If you refinance it, it can go down. Why would you refinance it? Because you want a lower rate, or you want to save other money. You want to use some of that equity for other liability issues, building wealth. That's where you look at our two-step, rsrlinks.com/two-step, rsrlinks.com/two-step, where we show you how to use some of that home equity efficiently and save money over time. Bottom line, inflation can make everyday expenses unpredictable, but owning a home gives you stability. Unlike rent, your monthly mortgage payment stays pretty much the same over time, Plus, the values of your home is likely to increase after you buy. That is the Real-Time Real Estate segment, brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. And check out that value. You can just get it right there on the RSR Money. You can find the value of your property. And as always, we ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean for engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We will be, I'm sorry, we'll see you tomorrow, I guess is what we're going to say right there, right?